Hi everyone, this is where we left off last time. We were on flight, so this time we're going to go to pattern focus, and we're going to scroll down again, and we're going to go to the next one I want to do, which is BB squared. So let's look at it nice up close and personal. Here's the excuse me, the final product, either filled in or not filled in. Kind of cool. A lot of variations that you can do. But the first thing we're going to do on our grid is we're going to put a circle. Oh, wow. Excuse me. I take a drink of water. We're going to make a circle in the corner of, we're going to make our grid, and this square here is what's going to be, we're going to use. So we're going to make a circle in each of those corners, okay? And then from each of those circles, we're going to come down into the middle like a big triangle. Super easy so far, right? Then we're going to do another circle in that triangle coming down. And then the last step is we're going to do like a rice shape right here. Okay, like bales or like flower of life, and that connects really well to the one we did on the last video because it's that same shape. So let's do that. Ooh. Okay, turn on my light. So each of these squares is going to be here, because if you recall, I made these little 1/2-inch grid, so it's teeny tiny. So I want to make sure I have, this is my square there. So I'm just going to give myself an extra guideline to remind myself of where I'm putting these, like that. Okay, that will help me to not be so tiny. And I don't think I'm going to put the cross pieces. I think that's making it too busy. I think I'm going to leave it just in pencil, and then we'll erase it at the end, I think. So let me get my O2 pen again. So in each of these squares, we're going to put a circle in the corner. Just like that. Let me zoom in just a little. Oops, wrong direction. In just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Don't know if I have these circles too big, but I like the contrast of having a bigger scale with this tiny scale, so I might have my circles slightly too big, but that's okay. As long as they're all consistent in general size, I'm good with that. Oh, not there. Ooh, that would have been a mistake. That would have been a hard one to recover from. I could have recovered, but that would have been a hard one to recover from. Okay, all the way around. I've done those 4 circles, and then into the middle of each of these we're going to make like a triangle from that circle downward. And I'm just going to do them all going one direction first and then turn it and go the other way. That just makes it easier for me. I like to pull my pen toward my body. I find that I make a better line when I do that, rather than pushing away from myself. Oh, I missed one. No! Oh dear. What have I done? Oh goodness. That's not good. Why weren't you guys yelling at me? Oh no. How am I going to fix that? Okay. Well, we will just leave it and think about it. How am I going to fix that? Because I'm going to need to now make that same mistake elsewhere. Gosh darn it. Okay. Don't panic. Just move on. You can do it. You can figure it out. I know one thing I'm going to do. I think in order to incorporate the dark, I don't want to do the background because I did the background here. So in order to incorporate more dark into this pattern, I think I'm going to color in some of the circles. So that will help this if I use that as my guide to where I'm going to start coloring in circles. Ah, darned it. Darned it, darned it, darned it. Proof that I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. But it's an opportunity. Don't look at it as a failure. A lot of people at this point, when they made a mistake like that, they would stop and they would throw away their piece. I've seen it happen. And what you need to do is to just say, you know what, it's just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of artwork. It's no big deal. I'm enjoying myself. I'm learning how to do this pattern. I just learned something, which was to be very careful to make sure I've got all my circles, right? Pay more attention to what I'm doing. Make sure there's a circle there for me to connect to. And it's going to give me an opportunity to figure out how to fix it. Because it's not all about doing all your drawings perfectly. It's about what to do when you have an opportunity to fix something that didn't go the way you had anticipated. And this is definitely one of those spots because it doesn't look anything like any of the other spots. So I am going to have to fix that. Okay. And then the next step is to do the rice shapes. So I am going to need a line across here around the edge, which is fine. Let's do that. Because it's the outer one. And I don't remember how I'm going to incorporate on this side, on those outside bits, but okay. Now I need that rice shape. So we're going to go here. Would help if my pen would make a mark, wouldn't it? And then on here, we're going to go this way and that way. This way and that way. Like that. And once again, I'm pulling toward my body, which is why, I mean, I could draw it this way, but it would be more consistent if I turn my page and draw it toward my body. There's that piece again, mocking me. Okay, I think I'm going to color in the circles, but I'm only going to color in going around the outside, not in here, maybe? I don't know. Let's start with, let me get a little bit bigger pen. I'm going all the way up to an 07 just to make it easier and faster to color in. And let's color in that dot on every one of these on this side. Okay. Let me zoom out and give myself a thought process here. Can I do every other dot? What would that do? Let me do every other dot. Worst comes to worst, I do every dot, right? But every other dot should work. Okay, that comes out as every other dot. All right, that so far so good. That's not so bad, right? And then let's do, and that's already disguised it quite a bit because I have to find that one that took me a while to find. That's a good sign. That means I'm on the right track in disguise. What do I do with my pen? So the one with that gets to have a stripe down the middle. They all get that. And there. Okay. Not bad. Okay, those all get stripes down the middle. And then I think I want to go the other direction as well. Because some of these are like that. Okay. What do we think? So far, so good. What's the... I want to look at the sample again. What are some of the variations? Oh, I haven't put my second dot in. Okay, so now I need to put the second dot. There's a second dot that goes in here. I think I'm going to only do it on the ones that don't have the line. Like that. So some of them will have a line, and some of them will have a dot. You can always mix up your patterns and take something and make a variation out of it. This is my variation here. Okay, I like that. I like that so far. I feel like it's still too light, that it needs another bit of dark somewhere, but I don't want so much dark. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do like kind of like what they did in the sample. If you look at the sample, they've done a bit of coloring in here. But I don't think I want to do quite so much coloring in. So I think I'm going to do an aura here. Like that. And then maybe I'll color that in. Like that. I'm going to do the corners, all 4. And then these ones, I'm going to do every other one, one going one way and one going the other. Yep. That looks good. I don't want to overdo. Okay. And now I'm going to color in just those triangles that I just drew. And that should just about do it. This is going to be called B, B squared. Okay, and where's my pen? Coloring in pen, this one. Okay, so let's color in these triangles. Should give it just enough dark, but not be too dark. Because I think the next one that comes out here can also have some dark. I think, if I remember right, it shows some striping. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but and of course, if I decide that I like the squares at the corner better than these bow tie things, then I can always add some more, right? And I am going to need to erase all of these guidelines. I'm glad I didn't draw them in. That would have been way too many lines. I'm glad I don't have those. Okay. Now see, if I had given up when I made that mistake, I wouldn't have had this pattern, now would I? So don't give up. When you make a line that you don't expect on your page, just figure out how you can incorporate it. It gives you a challenge, and challenges are not always bad. They help you grow. And as an artist, you know, sometimes you need those challenges. That's why I really like doing this work on this page, on this channel, is because most of the time I'm doing a pattern I've never done before. There's so many out there in the world. And so each one is novel and a challenge for me. Sometimes they're harder than others. I'm thinking about perhaps doing a week of all hard challenges, like going into the app. When you go in the app, you can go to by skill level, and you can go into expert. There's not a lot of patterns there, but there are some, and they some of them are really difficult. Some of them are less difficult for me, probably because I've done them before, but doesn't mean that they're not hard to or a good challenge for ourselves. I'm wondering if I should do a week of those or if I should do a month where the challenge is like on the first Friday, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do these more challenging patterns and not make the whole thing just so hard that nobody wants to follow along with me. So, all right, so there's where we're at now. I like that. Let me zoom in so that we get more of a close-up. There we go. That is BB squared, my interpretation of it. I should erase. Let me erase. Clean those bits up in the middle because that will look better. Gotta be careful not to erase my outside squares. Whoops. And here I told my husband, I said, oh, I won't be out in the studio very long today. These are easy ones. They won't take that long. But since I colored in, they're all still taking quite a while. All right, that's better. A little bit cleaner. When I'm all done at the end, I will erase the whole thing. But that looks good. I like how that came out. And it's a good contrast between darks and lights. I like how that ended up. You could put a little bit extra lines in here, but I don't think I want to. No, I don't think I want to. Okay, we're done. You guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video where we finish off this one by putting in pod box around the outside. You guys have a great day. Do something nice for someone today and make the world a better place, one person at a time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.